Hey guys, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are fine. So I have COVID. I just wanted to tell you a bit about COVID rules in Korea and how things have been going on. So this started from last week Wednesday. Today is on Thursday, the 3rd of March. So last week on Wednesday, I started developing a slight sore throat. It kept on becoming worse on Thursday and on Friday. On Friday morning, one of my colleague had done a PCR test the previous day and his test results on Friday came out positive. So everyone in our company went to do a rapid antigen test because in Korea you need a positive rapid antigen test results in order for you to do a PCR test, or you need to prove that you live with someone who had a positive PCR test. Anyway, everyone in our company, we went and did the rapid antigen test. My test was negative, but I had two colleagues who came out with like a positive test. The funny thing is for these two colleagues, they did a PCR test and then the next day, that's on Saturday, their test results were negative. But then my test results were negative. So on Saturday, I still did the rapid test using the self kit, just a kit you can buy from the pharmacy and do it at home. And my tests was still negative. But then my condition started getting worse. I was feeling a bit weak. I was coughing. And so on Sunday, I did the self-testing, like rapid antigen test, and this time the results were positive. And so we decided to look up for a place to go and do the PCR test. So in Korea, if you live in Korea, they call them Sonbyul Jilyoso, where you can go and do the PCR test. But then we went to two places and there were just long lines, like long queues. And the people who were in charge told us that even if you wait for 3 hours, imagine we went at 4 p.m. and it was supposed to close at 9. They told us like it's being fully, like there's too long a queue, like you won't be served even if you wait from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And I think it's because on Sunday, most places where you can get the test close, and the few places which open, they're just overwhelmed. So we waited until Monday, and you can do the PCR test in hospitals. You just go to NeighborMap and type PCR, and you'll have some hospitals come up. You only need to go with your the rapid testing kit. Normally, if you have two lines, it's positive. If you have one line, it's negative. So if it has two lines, just go with it to the hospital. And then the procedure is they're going to do the rapid test. And then if it's still positive, they're going to do the PCR test. So anyway, we went to hospital. We paid like 5 ochonman, or not ochonman, oh my goodness, ochonwon, which is like $5. And then we did a PCR test. But by this time, my sore throat had started getting better. We got the results on Tuesday, and I was positive. The climax, I feel like the climax of my COVID was on Saturday. I was just feeling weak. But from Sunday, it started getting better. On Monday, on Tuesday, when I got the results, I was feeling much better. But anyway, yeah, I'm fine. I just wanted to tell you guys, like, I had COVID, and yeah, I'm fine. Isolation rules in Korea. So in Korea, you need to isolate or quarantine for self-isolate, 자가격리, or quarantine for 7 days, and these days are counted from the day that you went to do the test. So for me, I did the test on Monday. I got the results on Tuesday. So my period of quarantine is only going to be 1 week, 7 days counted from Monday. Medicine. I was curious about the medicine, but then if you read the official guideline, normally if you are positive, they send you a link with the official guideline. Because of Omicron, which is less lethal than the Delta version, the government has relaxed a lot of its rules. So if you're found positive, especially for people who are 60 years or younger, if you're 60 years or older, they're going to give you like a kit, 채택 치료 kit, Like you can take the temperature and you can communicate with the hospitals every day. But then if you're younger than that, first of all, the medicine, it's just cough medicine. So you'll have like paracetamol. So in paracetamol, the brand name in Korea is mostly Tylenol. So you're going to have Tylenol, you're going to have like other just cold medicine. But for me, I decided not to take any medicine because at that point I felt like my body was on recovery mode. And yeah, I've been getting better since, but it's good to be cautious. So it's good to just have the medicine at hand, even though you're not going to use it. But yeah, for me, I just decided I don't need any medicine. So I am not taking any medicine, just having a lot of water and lemon tea, nothing else. Yeah, and so the last thing is about work. I discovered that every company, they have their different rules. So like my girlfriend's company, if you're going to quarantine for 7 days, let's just say hypothetically that you're going to quarantine for 7 days and 5 of these days are going to fall on the days that you're supposed to be working on the weekdays. Then half of them are going to be counted as paid leaves, and then half of them are going to be counted as unpaid leaves. But then in my company, you have a choice. So you can choose to take like all these 5 days as paid leaves, or you can just choose to to take these 5 days as unpaid leaves. The good thing about this week is there was holiday, like a national Samyeol, Independence Movement Day on Tuesday. I took a paid leave on Monday, so I have to take 3 unpaid leaves, and yeah, hopefully that's that. It's so relaxed because I remember initially, like, you had to download this app, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks. You had to do a PCR test, like I think after 1 week, and then you had to do a PCR test just immediately before you're released from quarantine. You also had to do a PCR test. It was just crazy. But yeah, thanks so much. I hope you guys are fine. Keep safe. Yeah.